Edgar Wright is giving some details, not many, but some, about his next project, and he also gave an update on Baby Driver 2. More on that in 1 second. Edgar Wright was telling Empire magazine that his next project is a psychological horror thriller. Don't expect any Oscar nominations. A psychological horror thriller that is set in London. His inspiration for the role, in his words, were a combination of Nicholas Roeg's 1973 classic Don't Look Now and Roman Polanski's 1965 film Repulsion. The film is set to have a female lead, and Wright has said that this is a somewhat personal film in nature simply because of its basis, where it's set in London. He mentioned that a lot of the Hot Fuzzes of the world, things like that, they had some personal influence as far as geography from where he came up. And as a guy who spent a lot of time in London, now he gets to have a love letter or some sort of letter to that city as well. This is pretty cool. I'm excited about Edgar Wright's next movie. Psychological horror thriller. I'm all on board, Perry.
I'm into it. Edgar Wright is one of those filmmakers where it doesn't matter what he attaches himself to, I'm going to want to see it. But I don't entirely know what to picture. Even with those references, it still feels like it could go all over the place or just be something, you know, wildly unique that we'd never really seen before. More so than anything, I'm just glad that this means that a Baby Driver sequel is even further in the future, because again, he's one of my favorite filmmakers. I have faith in him. If he thinks Baby Driver deserves a sequel, okay, you work on it and prove me wrong. But I love that movie so much, and I love where it ended. I was so satisfied, and I don't necessarily need to continue Baby's journey. So the fact that I could just live with that one movie for a little longer and know that there's not a sequel messing with it is just making me happy.
Well, because the prospect of a sequel has been on the table really since the first movie ended, Jeff, from Edgar Wright's own mouth. He's going to be asked about it, and Empire asked him as well, and he said that he actually has a first draft of Baby Driver 2 finished, and that the film introduces a whole new swath of characters alluding to the high body count from the first one. So if you're a Baby Driver fan, if you think that there is room for a sequel, time to get excited, I think.
Who knows? I mean, this is one of those questions where you ask a director and then the director has to say something because he can't say nothing.
He didn't have to say.
Really,
he's got a
what
first
does he say?
Of it.
Guys,
Yeah.
Baby Driver 2 says it takes the story further. Whoa.
He's got a first
That
draft.
is
That's the news to me.
Okay, whatever. I liked Baby Driver just fine. If we get a sequel, great. I'm sure it'll be very well considered. If not, I'll be able to live. I'm more interested in this psychological horror thriller. I like Edgar Wright. He's good at playing with genre. This is a genre that has kind of fallen by the wayside. And let me just throw this out there, Mark Ellis. Okay, in May 2017. Edgar Wright was asked on Twitter, who's one actor or actress that you would love to work with in the near future? And he answered, Anya Taylor-Joy. And that is, in fact, who I have heard could star in this London psychological horror thriller. She was also going to be the lead in Gunpowder Milkshake, and Karen Gillan ended up getting that role a couple of months ago. So I wonder if Anya Taylor-Joy has something brewing.
Can I ask a dumb question that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things?
Yes.
Is she British? Because there's so many performers that do American accents very well, and I just don't know she's British.
I actually just looked this up because she was in studio for Thoroughbreds. It's
she's British Argentine.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's what it is. And it's Anya Taylor-Joy. That's how it's pronounced.
Born in Miami. I don't know. She just has a very expressive face. Edgar Wright seems to be a fan. Yeah, I hope that it works out, because I'm
She's
very
no
curious what
stranger
that would
to
look like.
psychological horror thrillers.
I haven't seen her give a single poor performance. I think some of the movies she's been in aren't necessarily at her level, but she stands out big time in anything she's in. That potential collaboration there makes me 10 times more excited for a project that I was already excited about.